I got the great fortune with, we got trained, Brett Tinanda was one of them. We were trained by Pragosh Prabhu and
Jagna Purush.
And also, well, Jagna Purush was trained with us. We were all trained by Pragosh Prabhu and by Pralananda Maharaj.
Okay, so got his game. So you.
Excuse me, sir, you're from Chicago?
Yeah.
Very nice. We're showing this very nice book to everybody. It's actually a book that explains about yoga, meditation, transcendental knowledge. Are you familiar with that? Do you have some familiarity with yoga?
I've heard a little bit about it. I haven't practiced myself.
Very nice. And also things like transcendence of the soul and reincarnation, vegetarianism. Very, very fascinating book. It's actually.
Do you practice these things like yoga and vegetarianism?
Yeah, as a fact, we're part of in the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, the Hare Krishnas. Have you heard
Yeah,
about
I've heard
them?
of them. They're kind of...
Yeah. Yeah, people have that idea, but we follow these principles that are taught in the Gita.
Okay.
And we take it very serious. It's a very ancient book. It's actually considered the most important philosophical book in India. Something like the Bible for the West.
Yeah.
But explains about these things. Like, for example, how the soul is eternal and is different from the body. The difference between the soul and the body is something very important. It explains about reincarnation.
Yeah.
You may believe not in reincarnation, but it gives you no entrance into that type of knowledge. So it's very fascinating how the different modes of nature, they say that there is, the books explain that there is goodness, passion, and ignorance, and how these things control the different people. Like for example, goodness is very peaceful and passionate. They want to achieve things. Ignorance, they're sleepy, drunken. Things like that. Yeah. You look very much in the mode of goodness.
Thank you.
Yeah, so anyway, it's being read and appreciated, yes. You like Thoreau?
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it.
Very, very much. Actually Thoreau used to read the Gita and take inspiration from the Gita. And not only Thoreau, Walt Emerson, Mahatma Gandhi, Einstein, and just name it. Some of the great personalities and thinkers during the history of the world have actually taken this book and appreciated it very much. Anyway, we're showing it today. We're not selling it, but we're asking for a donation to actually help with our printing and with our work of distributing this wonderful knowledge to everybody. So
Sounds pretty interesting.
most people are giving between $10 and $20. So can you help us?
Yeah, sure. Here's 100.
Maybe give you another books. Maybe give you another books. With $100 you cover a lot of our preaching. So I got so many other books here. Boom, 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 boom. And here's an invitation for a center. Please come.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Try one yourself too.
Okay. That's pretty good.
That's another one.
You don't even give the person a chance to say anything.
She may be good or bad, but they also,
No, I think that's good.
One of the things that I learned that I was taught, you have to be sharp and you don't spend a huge amount of time. Prabhupada say, what is your 3 minutes lecture is gonna do, when they actually can able to take the book.
Yeah.
The purpose is to have them inspired to take the book.
Yeah.
So you have to sort of like have your mind moving very fast, and sharply to achieve that purpose.
Somebody else wanna?
Yeah, one of the other guys can go, and then with these 2 examples, continue on to lectures.
Well, come on guys, move on. Who's coming?
Hey, Advent.
Oh, I did go.
You're a little young. I would generally not stop you. No, there's a reason is that, of course it might be okay for you all, but for us, if the persons are too young, we can get in trouble, especially if their parents are with them. That's something, I don't know what's your opinion on that, but generally I avoid stopping kids who are, even in high school, that can get a little dangerous because if their parents take issue with you, then you'll be in a lot of trouble. Ray Batanana was bold. He used to do it. He used to stop 5-year-old kids also. We won't recommend that, but he used to show them books and they're call the parents over and he would show them. But I was never so courageous because I saw that.
One of the ladies. Try to go.
Oh, of course.
What? Can you do this thing? You got the script.
Are you from Chicago?
No, I'm from India, actually.
Oh, very good. You get a copy?
I already know about this.
Really?
Yes.
How do you hear about it?
I'm from India. I know all of this already.
What are your realizations?
Krishna's my best friend.
Really? He says that right here in the Bhagavad Gita 529. So therefore, since you already know what this book is all about, I don't need to go through a very detailed presentation with you. So you can take this with you. As we are publishing it ourselves, BBT means we're publishing it ourselves, so we're just accepting a small donation to help with the printing cost.
I already have one.
Really? Well, you take one for your friend.
I don't have any friends.
Any thoughts on that approach there?
That's hard because the Indians would say they already have one. You have to make it. You have to say something about how this one's different, right?
Yeah, you can. Which they usually don't care, but
Yeah.
you're supposed to say, you can say how it's different.
Sometimes it becomes, that, you keep going to the next person. Some persons, that it may not work, it may work. The idea is that they take the book, you don't want to be extra pushy, but you want to be, like firm. And they go, just take it for another person, take it for your family. It's very special, And they may say yes, they may say no, and then you move to the next person, and move to the next person. It's almost like the meditation is that everyone, it's not that you have to give a book to everyone, but everyone should have the opportunity to take the book, and that's your service. So, that's the meditation. We will learn to actually pray to the Super Soul and pray to Srila Prabhupada. And, see everybody that is coming, the Super Soul is there, and we pray, please give me the ability to inspire them to take the book. And then you go, and you go, and you go, and you go, and you ask. So according to the different things that people bring out, then you react to that. But the idea, the script is, stop them by a simple question, books in their hand, say something about the merit of the book, interact with them, make your pitch. And then...
Yeah, I think another thing you did well when you were with me was like, you were like so close. I literally could not move. Like, and plus you came like directly in my path. Except you did it in a nice way. You didn't like force yourself in, like, and then so I couldn't go anywhere. And then, I don't know.
Yeah, you do like that, but you also have to be...
He has a question.
Well, you don't even let them say no at all. Like, even if they try to say no, you just say take it anyway.
No.
No, not necessarily. If people say no, the firm, then, thank you very much, and you go to the next person. Actually, most of the people will say no. Well, a lot of the people will say no, a good percentage. But there will be a percentage of people that will be yes. And there will be a small percentage of people that will say, wow, this is what I've been looking my whole life. And that, when that happens, it's like, you're like, Krishna's instrument. You actually have the experience that Krishna was moving you and, being touched by Krishna. And it was just saying that, and I get, just like that.
It's a highly inspired activity. We're just going through it as an exercise. But when you're out there, you have to actually get over certain fears and so on. Just the mind, it's going to create a lot of obstacles by itself. Without the people themselves, your mind's going to create so many obstacles. So, but this is to give a how you say, a simulation of what it would kind of be like.